Recently, the Washington State Supreme Court ruled Washington's public charter schools are unconstitutional. So what does that mean? I'm Senator Joe Fain. We'll break down the charter school lawsuit and next steps in quite a bit more than 57 seconds. This one is pretty complicated, so get comfortable. The court's 6-3 ruling wasn't about the merits of public charter schools, but focused on whether they were eligible for public funding. The state constitution says that the public school system shall include common schools and such high schools, normal schools, and technical schools as may hereafter be established. So what are common schools? The court used a 106-year-old case that says that common schools must be under the control of local voters because it grants them the right to select qualified teachers and discharge them if they are incompetent. Since some public charter schools are authorized by an appointed board at the state level, both the trial court and Supreme Court found that charter schools were not common schools. This is important because the Constitution also creates 3 protected accounts exclusively to fund common schools. These are part of the state's general fund, its main checking account. As the majority saw it, placing these protected funds into the general fund corrupted all the money in that account. Here's the problem. Last year, the legislature passed a budget that explicitly states that no money from these accounts are used to fund charter schools. Additionally, these protected accounts contribute less than 1/3 of the $7 billion the state already spends on common schools each year. The court's minority opinion also found this logic troubling, as, taken to its full logical extent, everything the general fund spends money on, from healthcare to environmental protection, would be unconstitutional because it wasn't spent on common schools. As the minority put it, this cannot be the case. The court also ignored any analysis of charter schools in Spokane that are chartered through their local school district instead of the appointed state charter commission. Its analysis also conflated public schools with common schools. Even if charter schools are not considered common schools, there is no constitutional prohibition against the people creating different types of public schools through the initiative or legislative process. Finally, the majority took an unprecedented move to ignore the charter law's severability clause. A severability clause is a legal tool that allows each part of a law to be considered separately from the others. If a court finds one part to be unconstitutional, the other severable portions remain intact. Here, the majority ruled that because they found the funding source for charters unconstitutional, that no voters would have approved the Charter School Act without its funding mechanism, and that the whole law had to be thrown out. The minority opinion expressed concern with this bit of judicial mind reading by pointing out the many times that Washington voters have adopted initiatives without a clear funding source, including one such initiative this past year. The ruling not only placed a cloud over 1,300 families whose children are currently enrolled in charters, it also has implications for many other state programs used to educate young people. As the minority opinion said, programs such as Running Start, that are not under the control of local voters and are thus not common schools, are funded similarly to charters. Washington's Democratic Attorney General Bob Ferguson recently filed a motion asking the court to reconsider its ruling and provide guidance on the many unanswered questions and confusion that the court's decision sparked. 4 past Washington attorneys general, including former Governor Chris Gregoire and Rob McKenna, filed a brief supporting the state's motion, and I joined 9 other legislators, 5 Democrats and 5 Republicans in total, in filing our own amicus brief, expressing concern and urging the court to re-examine its ruling. But on Thursday, November 19th, while more than 300 charter school students were visiting the state capitol asking lawmakers to help keep their schools open, the Supreme Court denied the state's motion for reconsideration, this time on a 5-4 ruling. However, the court's narrowly approved order did simplify fixing the charter glitch and lessen the risks to existing state programs. By striking footnote 10, the court clarified that it does not believe all education programs need to be subject to local school boards. This not only provides some stability to programs like Running Start, it also provides legislators with a clearer path to fix the glitch over the source of funding that the court found objectionable. With the outpouring of bipartisan support by legislators for the 1,300 children in charter schools, I'm confident that the votes are there to help these families in the state House and Senate. It's now up to the legislature and the governor to act to ensure these kids can stay in their classrooms and that public charter schools remain an option for students and families in our state. If you like this video, share it around, then contact me and let me know what we should cover next. I'm Senator Joe Fain. Thanks for watching.